Hello, it is Mac here, and today I'm going to talk about limited time content in GTA Online, and also whatever happened to exclusive content in GTA Online. Now, what I mean by exclusive content and, limited time content is not necessary whenever we get like a holiday DLC and you can only buy, that's content that came in that DLC for a certain amount of time. I've already talked about that in the past. I put my thoughts out there on that topic. But in this video, I want to talk about stuff that you get for doing a specific action that only works for like an event. So one would be an example of whenever Rockstar puts out an event, and I think just recently with the Lowriders Custom Classics DLC, if you logged into GTA Online, you would get an exclusive T-shirt for GTA Online. That's all you had to do. You just have to log into GTA Online, and it's pretty interesting because they have done this in multiple different ways. But in my opinion, they've sort of, gone away from doing what I feel actually adds to the game, and actually adds good exclusive content to the game, and just gone to, oh, here's a new T-shirt, and all you have to do is just log in this day, and you get it. So whenever I think of, this kind of exclusive content, I think of two DLCs in particular, two DLC events in particular. One is the Flight School update and the LTS update. Now, the Flight School update, if you did the event, which in my opinion was one of the best events in GTA Online, it was just very well crafted. I mean, I just had a lot of fun with that event. And if you beat the playlist, you would get a exclusive High Flyer parachute bag. That was in the first DLC where you could actually change your parachute bag, and it was very nice. You could get this exclusive parachute bag, which I think was only available for probably a weekend. It probably wasn't even a week. And if you played the event playlist, you would get not only double RP, double money, but you would also get this exclusive parachute bag, which nobody can get anymore. You can't buy it. You can't, buy a shark card and get it. There's no way to get that High Flyer parachute bag anymore. And it wasn't like this, T-shirt that, there's so many in the game. It was a parachute, and there aren't that many parachutes like it. So, if you see somebody with that parachute, granted, it's a parachute, so you're probably not going to see that many people wearing it. But if you do, you know that this person has not only, been around for a long time, because the Flight School update came out quite a long time ago, and also you know that he played the playlist, and it kind of gives a little context to that player. It tells you that they have been here for a long time, and they have played that DLC playlist. And then also the LTS update. Now, the LTS update added a new hockey mask that you could only get by doing the event playlist. And this was the Please Stop Me mask. And if you played the playlist, you would get the Please Stop Me mask. And those are the only two times I think Rockstar's ever put a playlist, or really anything like that. Now, there have been a few things like, crate drops and stuff, but, those aren't even in GTA Online anymore, but those will be added as well. But, now it seems like all they're doing is putting in these T-shirts that nobody really cares about, because there's so many in the game. And the way you unlock these T-shirts is so easy, and it doesn't really, in my opinion, add that many players to the game. And what they've been doing for the past probably about almost a year now, probably. I don't know the exact date whenever they started doing this, but they've done it for quite a while now, and all they do is, say, if you log into GTA Online this day, you get an exclusive T-shirt. And at first, I was kind of like, okay, this is kind of cool. It's easy, it's simple, but now it's gotten to a point where they do it so often that it's like, it isn't special anymore. It's done so often that I feel like, personally, I don't even care anymore. There's so many T-shirts that all they are just, a T-shirt that's already has a background, and all it is pretty much is you log into GTA Online, and which only takes a few minutes, probably like 1 or 2 minutes. Although, who am I kidding? GTA Online takes longer to load into GTA Online than that. But it doesn't take that long. All you have to do is go into GTA Online, and boom, you got the T-shirt. It's simple, and while, some people probably enjoy that. They don't want to go through an entire playlist just to get some exclusive content. But then again, it's not like it gives you an advantage. It's a T-shirt. It's, cosmetic. And even then, even if, even though that it's super simple to do GTA Online, are t-shirts really that cool? You know, because we have so many in GT Online. We have so many special t-shirts. I know I have tons, and I'm sure a lot of other people have so many. And really, it's just kind of feels a little lazy. You know, because it's not like anything that probably takes a long time. I mean, I'm not a game developer, but really, does it really take that long just to put a different PNG on a t-shirt and then set you know, a certain day to be exclusive for it? And I don't care about it. I know a lot of people don't care about it, and they're just kind of like, oh great, another t-shirt in GT Online. Haven't heard that one before. And it's also like, does it really add many players to GT Online? Maybe it does. Maybe, you know, people see like, oh, there's a new t-shirt, I might as well play GT Online today and, you know, go do some other stuff in GT Online. But whenever I see it, I'm like, so do people just, you know, put the disc in, you know, or they just load up GT Online on their PC or whatever, and, you know, they start it up, they get in GT Online. Do they really stay in GT Online? Do they continue to play the game just because of that t-shirt? And I wish we had, like, stats on this, you know, where we could see, like, is there an actual spike in players whenever they put these exclusive t-shirts? Now, usually they do it on weekends, so of course weekends you'd have more players in GT Online, and on weekdays you're probably going to get lower player counts anyways. But really, does it actually affect the player counts? And, you know, even does it actually affect player counts in jobs? You know, does it affect people that are actually, like, staying? Because I'm sure, like, if there were stats, sure it may, you know, go up a little bit. I'm sure maybe the player count will go up on these events, on these, you know, days that they have these event t-shirts, but do they actually stay in GT Online? Because I don't think they do. So whatever happened to these playlists? And they already have the playlist. You know, they still make playlists for GT Online, but do people really play them? Because I'm sure a lot more people would play these playlists, even if they had these, you know, exclusive content in GT Online that you can't get any other way. You know, if you want this exclusive t-shirt, if you want this exclusive clothing item, you're gonna have to go into GT Online and do this. You know, you're gonna have to do this event, and they could do it for other stuff. Play this adversary mode, and you get this, you know, exclusive content. If you, you know, would say get a few kills with this gun, you know, in a new DLC or whatever, you know, they add a new DLC gun, boom, you get this exclusive content. And also, I don't want it to be t-shirts. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't want it to be t-shirts, and I'd rather have it be something that's different, something that's unique, something like a mask, something like a, you know, parachute bag. Sure, you're not going to see it that often, but whenever you do, it's more meaningful because, honestly, I can't tell you, you know, all the t-shirts that Rockstar has added in these exclusive events. I can't, because there's so many, and they're just, you know, they aren't that special from each other. But then, whenever you look at, like, an actual mask, and would say it's the only mask in GT Online that's, you know, exclusive content, you remember it, and same with, you know, this stuff. And if it was an actual playlist that you had to do in GT Online to get this exclusive content, you know that they actually did something in GT Online instead of just log in this day and they got it. It's actually special, and it also just adds to the player base. It actually adds how many players are going to be doing this playlist. Therefore, you know, more people are going to be doing the playlist, especially if it's good exclusive content. Another thing that I was thinking about that would actually be very, very nice in my opinion is, you know, just different exclusive content. So, let's say in the Lowriders update, let's say they add a new car in GT Online, or, like, you know, let's say they take, like, let's just say, for example, the Elegy. Okay, so you have the Elegy, and you can put it in Benny's. Okay, so you can, you know, pimp it out with, you know, the Benny's mod shop, and then let's say that added in that same DLC, there's a playlist, and if you do the event playlist, you get, you know, some cool, you know, bobblehead, or you get some cool livery on your car that you can only get whenever you do the playlist. And let's say there's also a new adversary mode in GT Online that they add in that same DLC. So if you do that adversary mode, and then you get, like, the new, you know, tint on your car or something like that, or a new paint job, or whatever. They can have so many different options for it, especially with Benny's, because there's so many different options in Benny's that it would be cool, and it's actually something that's unique. It's something that's different. And sure, you may not see it all the time, but that's not really the point. You know, it's something that you can show off to your friends that people remember. And if it's something that you actually do in GTA Online, that, in my opinion, does more to the game than just, boost the player count on one day, and half of those players that got on that day are only, just playing the game just so that they could get a t-shirt. And then once they get the t-shirt and once they log into GTA Online, after 15 seconds, they leave the game and they never play that same day. They didn't add to the player base. They didn't, do really anything. They didn't do anything to get the exclusive content. And it's not really anything that, I guess, is special. And also, one other thing is, whatever happened to crate drops? This is one thing that I was thinking about, whenever I was, gonna make this video. While I was, looking up, all the exclusive content that we got in GTA Online, I was also thinking, whatever happened to the crate drops? I was a big fan of crate drops. I loved them. And it's just kind of weird how they just took them out. I don't know what DLC took them out. Probably the Heist update, honestly. I don't think I've seen one since the Heist update, so I think that was the one that took out the exclusive crate drops. But those were amazing. In my opinion, they were so much fun. And they were even more rare, to get in GTA Online than the other stuff. I remember one for, like, I think the San Andreas event or something like that. You had these, special crate drop t-shirts, and you don't see them much in GTA Online anymore because they were pretty rare, because it was something that not many players in GTA Online actually got a special t-shirt, or, got all of them, because it was pretty rare to get those special crate drops. And also, in the Independence Day DLC, we got the beer hats and the Liberty t-shirt. I can't remember the name, but the one that had a Statue of Liberty on it. Those are some cool, t-shirts. Those are some cool things in GTA Online. It also gets people to actually, look out for that in GTA Online. So you're playing GTA Online, you're in free mode, you're just driving around a little bit, maybe doing some gang attacks or something. And then it just says, special crate drop in 10 hours. And you're waiting there, you're getting a helicopter or something, or you're getting a jet, and you're waiting there, you're going to get that special crate drop. And then, you notice that all these other players are doing the same thing, and they're trying to find it, and they're waiting for it. And then once it spawns, you're, gunning it all the way over to the special crate drop, and then there's a firefight, and whoever grabs it first, and they get the exclusive content. Because, I feel like there are so many different ideas. And I don't want to make this whole video going through all the ideas I think that they could put out for these exclusive content, but there's a lot, and they could even be cosmetic and still be good, because they've shown in the past that they do want, these, exclusive content items for doing playlists, for getting special crate drops. But then recently, it's just like they've sort of just not done it. They haven't done it in so long, and it's kind of disappointing, because, it was a lot of fun to do those playlists, and it gave people more incentive to actually do these certain things at GTA Online, do these playlists, get these crate drops, get all, just do specific actions in GTA Online, instead of, log into GTA Online and you get another t-shirt that you're never going to wear, because there's so many in GTA Online, and nobody's ever going to notice you and go, oh yeah, you played GTA Online on this specific day, and I noticed that t-shirt. Nobody really does that. So let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. Do you agree with me? Do you think that we should get more exclusive content in GTA Online? Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. Also, what kind of, cosmetic items would you like to see in GTA Online? What kind of, customization features would you like to see for these, exclusive, events and stuff? Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments. Hope you enjoy. Feedback is personal. See you guys in the next video.